Nothing can stop me. I'm all the way up. All the way up. I'm all the way up. I'm all the way up. Nothing can stop me. I'm all the way up.
It is a shame for a man to grow old without seeing the beauty and strength of which his body is capable.
5 ways to not get under a barbell. Starting with the split stance pickup. You'll get away with it for a little while, but you are not picking up anything heavy that way. Neck crusher. Chin down, putting it on the bony part of your neck is going to lead to a bad squat and a lot of pain. This one's just stupid, but you still see people do it. Coming at it backwards. You are not going to be able to get that back in the rack safely if you can't see where the rack is. The tippy toe. If you're training with a bunch of mates, put it on the height for the lowest person and everyone else just squat a little lower.
Push P. Yeah, push P. Turn me up. Turn me up, P. Pointers in the paddock, get my piece.
Bust red lights, wait a few nights. Pray that we don't get caught on the camera. Hold a finish.
But hey, just think about all the new muscle that you're going to have underneath that fat when you remove it. Remember guys, building muscle is a much slower process and a harder process than losing fat. You can lose fat a hell of a lot quicker than you can build muscle. When you're trying to build muscle, a calorie surplus is going to be ideal. It doesn't necessarily mean that you need to get fat. It doesn't mean that you need lots of calories over the top of your maintenance. But some amount of a surplus is going to be ideal for building muscle. The length of time that you are physically able to bulk for is going to be dependent on how long you can stay comfortable with how you look. Because some amount of fat gain is inevitable, but it's okay. It's part of the process. You can lose it pretty quick. Don't worry about it.
When your friend robs your bench PR.
Money that's calm, teenage, never worry about acne. I ain't never been with a baddie, She calm, so I add it to the tally. Madison, but I'm calling her Maddie. Like Mads try to send me that addy. What's a right, then I left. I gotta put me first. I gotta put me first. I gotta put me first, Lucian.
Bum 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 bum. Wait, I can do that better. What if it's like?
So do you feel a lot of pressure in your low back when you're squatting? Here's likely what you're doing. The biggest thing that I see in a lot of people is that as they come up, their hips come up first and then follows their upper body. This especially happens when there's more load. So you want to think about your upper body coming up first versus you're pushing with your legs first and then coming up. Because if you're pushing with your legs first and then coming up, then you're at an angle where you need to just finish the movement with your low back and come to the top. So think about a triangle on your upper back. You're pushing through that top point of the triangle and you're driving your upper body up first.
I get the base, I got beef in the cook, a bit part of diamond, bitch, they sit on my wrist, they said it went sign like
caught this stranger in 4K.
It's not coming out? What the fuck? It's not coming out? You need to help? What? Hey, yo. Bro, I got that on video. You're mad, hey, yo, fam.
When you're going for a PR and someone double the size of you pauses just to see you fail.
How you so steady with it? They say he had your pockets swollen. You gotta show me the shit. Better tell you how I'm doing this shit.
This is one of my favorite exercises I do to hit my rear delts. Give them a try.
Know the difference. Smith machine, quads, adductors, glutes. Follow for more.
Everyone always asks me, Radin, why do you only train chest? Because I refuse to let Miss Fruzela bench me.
So, quick tip for your machine-seated chest fly. Now, instead of executing the movement as such, where the elbows are bent and you're hunching inward during the concentric phase, as in when you're bringing the hands together, you should rather only bend during the eccentric, as in when you're bringing the hands back, then straighten out the arms during the concentric to ensure that you're fully shortening the pecs and thus maximizing motor unit recruitment. Additionally, I'd recommend avoiding cueing hands together unless your pecs are inserted on your hands. Rather, you should be cueing to bring the biceps together. Lastly, and I've touched on this before, do not over-retract the scapula. You only need slight retraction here to stabilize yourself to ensure you aren't taken away from working the pecs. Be sure to like and follow for more quick training tips.
Yeah, I feel stupid here.
Know the difference. Bench press edition. Shoulders. Upper chest. Chest. Follow for more.
Is one setting on the cable machine just too easy, but just one up and it's way too hard? Try putting the pin through a small plate and attaching that to the weight stack. This will make progressive overloading much easier.
Me trying to ego lift 40 to 0.5 kilograms for an incline dumbbell press.
Sir, flex I do work. Work 6 of like Mike. And I can't relate. And I feel nothing for you.
Switch it up.
Did you know if you can do 10 pull-ups with a 45-pound plate, you can do at least 1 rep with 100 extra pounds?
Is my name, это мой money, no pain, no gain, иди нахуй Monday. Dora is my name, ра-та-та, bang, bang, заряжаю бля, got my baby Monday. Dora is my name, это мой money, no pain.
This is my best hack ever.
Nothing can stop me, I'm all the way up.
Always perfect. Follow for more.
This is how to properly bail on a squat fail. Listen, don't use clamps because then you're going to die. All right, you're going to go down and you simply...
If you no longer feel sore after your workout, you need to know this.
Ahora nadie aprieta y me puse la valenciaga. que eres malvada.